First of all, if you want to get thinking, you will have an opportunity to ask Sean some questions, so get thinking of those now. Most of you will know the Honary Patronage is the highest award we can give to someone in the field. And in just a few moments, Seann William Scott will be accepting that award. So by way of introduction, Seann grew up in Minnesota in the USA. He was inspired to start acting while working in a movie theatre, and he's since gone on to star in roles such as Final Destination, Road Trip, Dude, Where's My Car, Role Models, and most notably, the American Pie series. So ladies and gentlemen, will you please give it up for Seann William Scott.
Wow, that was so cool. I was just thinking that the only, by the way, I'm so excited to be here. This is incredible. I feel beyond honored. Not to mention the only other award I've ever gotten was kissing Jason Biggs in American Pie 2. I got Best Kiss. Oh, then I also won Best Dance Sequence for American Wedding.
MTV Movie Awards, isn't it?
Yeah, I had a dance off in a gay bar. I proved that the guy wanted to have sex with me.
So first of all, Sean, obviously you're very welcome to Trinity.
It's so cool.
I'm
sorry, I can't focus on anything else other than this.
That's awesome. Fair enough. Just first question, as much just my own brain curiosity.
Dude, this is awesome.
Yeah, Sean, you've previously credited your success in acting to an incident with a gorilla. Can you tell us about that?
I don't know if I credit the gorilla with my success. I had a moment with the gorilla. Well, not the kind of moment that guy's thinking about. I heard that weird chuckle. After we did American Pie 1, it was my first movie and first acting job. I don't know if you call it acting, but first gig, and we're waiting for the movie to come out, all the other guys got other movies, and I didn't think I was going to get another job. I thought the movie would be great. So anyways, had to get another job, waiting for the movie to come out, and my buddy goes, dude, you should work at the LA Zoo. I got a job at the zoo. I'm like, I love animals. I got a big movie coming out, but I need money. And I say, great. I go, what do you do? He goes, well, I feed the animals. I'm like, great, Ace Ventura. So my first day, they gave me this ridiculous outfit, and this lady, she starts walking me towards the food stand, like where you're feeding people. And I was like, she goes, so you're gonna make the churros. Churros are like cinnamon, well, I don't know if you guys have it here, but and she's like giving me the prices of all these, of the candy and food and stuff. I'm like, whoa, man, I'm not smart. I can barely memorize lines. I thought I was feeding the animals. And she goes, no, you're feeding the people. And my buddy drove by in his little golf cart with all the food for the animals and gave me the finger and started laughing. That was so funny that he used to trick me. So after the first day, this is 2 months before American Pie came out. And after the first day, it was stressful. I remember this first guy came up to me, he goes, yeah, I want a pretzel, I want Coca-Cola, I want some Snickers. I'm like, dude, just give me $10, you get what you want. Second day, I was just stressed, I'm sweating, this sucks, man, I haven't seen any animals. I'm in a movie coming out, and I go to the guy, I go, Enrique, cover the pretzels and stuff, I'm getting some fucking animal time, sorry. But so I start walking, and all of a sudden, I see the huge gorilla. I'm like, cool, gorilla. And I walk past, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I was rocked in the back of the head with it hurt. And I looked down, I'm like, what the? It was like a pine cone. I'm like, no way. I look back, and the gorilla is playing catch with another pine cone. I'm like, no way, he chucked it at me. And he chucks another one at me. Missed me, I was like Neo in the Matrix. And all of a sudden, I had a moment. He just looked at me. I looked at him. It felt like a long moment. It could have been only a couple minutes, but all of a sudden, I'm like, you were right, gorilla. I quit. And then the next movie, so, and now I'm here. Yeah, I wonder if that girl is still alive, dude. I own him a lot.
You've got like a lot of incredible stories, like just from researching you. Have you by any chance ever been robbed on the way to a Baywatch audition?
If I hadn't, that'd be the most random question. Yeah, my first audition ever. Because when I moved to LA, I thought like you get an agent, they just hook you up with movies. I didn't know you had to audition for stuff. I thought it was like sports. You get an agent and they work out your deals and stuff. And I got a call from the manager I was working with, and he goes, "Yeah, we got an audition for you for Baywatch." And I was like, audition? I gotta try out for this thing? And they're like, and I was like, Baywatch? But I don't do TV. I just moved out from Minnesota. Like, I'd never acted before. And I go, and then I thought, Baywatch, man, I can't swim. I was drowned as a kid. I was like, but I wasn't obviously in a position to be choosy. It was my first audition. So I had to take buses because I didn't have a car. This is in LA, like during the O.J. Simpson trial, like during the Mark Furman part, the racist cop. So I had to like transfer buses from where I lived in downtown LA, in front of the criminal courts building during the Mark Furman part. It wasn't a good time to be hanging out in front of the criminal courts area there. And then I got another bus, and I fell asleep on the bus. I had to take like 3 buses to get to this audition. I fell asleep, and I wake up, and I thought I heard my stop, and I'm kind of groggy, and I get off the bus. And as I'm getting off the bus, the bus driver's like, "Watch yourself, kid." Closes the door, and the bus kind of peels off. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I realized nobody else got off on the bus. And I'm just kind of standing there like a total moron, you know, like I had my backpack and stuff, and I didn't realize that I was in South Central, like total gangland. And I'm kind of hanging there for like 10, 15 minutes, and all of a sudden, I hear this crazy bass car. I'm fresh from Minnesota. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Minnesota. You seen Fargo? Yeah. That's kind of our vibe, right? It's the world. We don't actually have a lot of style either. So all of a sudden I see this car in hydraulics. I've never seen that. So I'm like, what a neat car. I love Transformers. So I was like, this is good. The original Transformers. So all of a sudden the car pulls up, it's all tinted windows, and these guys, it was like a clown car full of gangsters getting out of this car. I'm like, wow, there's like 20 guys in there. That's amazing. They kind of surrounded me. It didn't even dawn at me that I got off in the wrong stop at that time. And they go, "What are you doing here?" And I go, I'm going to Baywatch. I'm trying for Baywatch, you know? I can't even swim. They're like, they look at each other like, Baywatch. The guy goes, "How much money you got?" I'm like, "Oh, dude, like, I got like $1.50 to get back after the audition." He goes, "Give me the $1.50. I'm like, he's not very nice. He's like, all of a sudden, the guy, I think they're obviously messing with me. The guy goes, "I like that shirt." And I was like, man, he's like the only nice shirt there. This is my first audition. I was thinking, that thing's bullshit, man. It sucks. So, and the thing is, like, it was my one nice shirt, but then also I was fat because I was in shape before, so when I took the photo for the headshot, of course you try to look as in shape as possible, but all I was living off of was like rice and oatmeal, the cheap stuff. So I was bloated, so white. I mean, I was so white that I could gloat in the dark during the day. So I'm like, oh man, I gotta give this guy my shirt. I kind of realized something was up. I gotta give this guy my shirt. So I give him my shirt, and all these gangsters are like, "Oh no." And so all of a sudden, like, and then he gets the shirt, and then they left. So I start to realize, like, something's up here. I'm standing there, bloated, super white, no money, no shirt, and I'm just like, so waiting for this magical bus to show up to take me to Baywatch. And then all of a sudden, like 15 minutes later, 10 minutes later, another car pulls up. So obviously, like, these gangsters call these other gangsters, like, "You guys see this guy?" So this other car comes up, and I see them come out, and they do something like, "Oh God, no. So they come out and they're like, "So, what are you doing here?" And I repeat, I'm like, "Baywatch audition." Wasn't as excited at that time. And they go, "How much money you got?" I'm like, "Well, Your buddies just came over before and they wiped me clean, you know, I got nothing, and all of a sudden here's the other guy go, get his shoes. I'm kidding me. I take my shoes off, I give my shoes, and I have no shirt, no shoes, no money. Can't swim. Never ever. Can't believe I have to audition. So then finally, like, a bus comes. I've been standing there for a while. And the bus, it's a long answer to your question. Yes, I did get robbed in a way. But basically, the bus comes up. And the bus driver's like, whoa, what are you doing here? I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm trying to get the Baywatch audition. I'm fat. I don't have a shirt. I can't even swim. And all of a sudden, and I told him where I needed to go, and the guy goes, hey, everybody, this kid's trying to get to Baywatch. Can everybody chip in? So like, oh, Baywatch. And they start putting their money together, and then I come on the bus, and they're like, oh, yeah, no, he's not winning that job. So, in the back of the bus, as if like I can do enough push-ups to somehow get in shape in the span of 20 minutes. I'm doing push-ups. I walked in, I finally got to the building, saw the building. I walked in. Obviously, I had no idea what I was doing because being chubby and not being able to swim and having no shirt, you just don't even go to the audition. You go home. So, to make a long story short, I went in and I signed in and they go, oh, you're like 15 minutes late. Of course, everybody in the office was a little bit disturbed about my parents. Didn't even get the audition, dude. They were like, I'm sorry, you're like a half hour late. I'm like, I got robbed. I got robbed in South Central. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it doesn't even matter. I don't do TV. I'm gonna get an award in Ireland someday. Tell the story. And you know what?
Just one more question before I throw it to the audience, Sean. You obviously, a lot of us would know you here for the Stifler persona. Is that something you embrace, or are you kind of wary of being typecast in that sort of world?
Well, I've done 4 American Pie movies. But no, I mean, like, you know, I feel like I've won the lottery over and over with every movie that I've had a chance to do. I mean, I love movies. I love movies more than I like acting. It's not like I'm like, oh, I love to act. I want to act. I fucking love movies. and the character just changed my life, you know. And I think, like, you know, in my early 20s, I was like really excited to, like, you know, I'm like, I want to be an American Beauty. I want to do something serious. Then I did Do Where's My Car? Okay, man, this Do Where's My Car? This movie could do really well. I'm gonna do something serious, man. I'm gonna win an Academy Award. I did Dukes of Hazzard. And I was like, all right, another American Pie, and it's like for this movie, for the American Reunion, it was like this character is so much fun, and as much as I'd love to do other things, I think it's hilarious that people still shout out Stifler. I think it's even funnier that people don't realize it's not a real person. But I love it, man, because I don't remember characters and names in movies, so. What's weirder, though, is that my mom just told me that she tells people that she's Stifler's mom. And she's like this proper church lady. And I tell her, like, you really shouldn't tell people that. You're gonna think that you're easy. She's single now, so she kind of doesn't mind it, so.
Okay, cool. So I guess we'll throw questions out to the audience. If anyone has some questions, I'd like to ask it.